Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Probing pass. Big chance! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Seedorf, and it's made its way to him. McAllister, Zanetti, Dani Olmo, and it's Doué. Zanetti receives it in a wide position. Doué. Shevchenko, Pedri.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. So what can they conjure from this one? What a save from Peter Schmeichel! And we have our very first corner. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Corner number 2 then. That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Here's a chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that could set him on his way. Seedorf. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. He is through here! Oh, terrible pass. From behind for a goal kick. Dani Olmo. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now, can they get him away? Zanetti gets across to intercept that. That is ended up in no man's land. Pedri. Raul! A ripper from Raul! One more for his glittering collection. He's got himself an absolute peach. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Cremona grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's come to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Beckenbauer has given away a free kick. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Anesi clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was all...
Tries from a long way out. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Doué with the clearance. Mendes picks it up out wide. Dani Olmo. Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. And it's Neymar. It's Neymar! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And now they can spring out of defence. Albert Ferrer, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And smartly reclaimed. Threads one in. Del Piero. Shevchenko. Del Piero. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Del Piero deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Khan deals with that nice and simple. Shevchenko. Now it's Neymar. And this is Shevchenko.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Looking for a runner. It's a pretty loose pass. Albert Ferrer. Ambitious ball here. Seedorf. Neymar. Ah, that's a fine interception. And there is the half-time whistle. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile fumare solo nelle apposite aree segnate sulla mappa. Grazie.
And so we're off again. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Nuno Mendes. And here's Neymar. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Doué. Oh, this looks sharp.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it...
Takes a shot! He's scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was...
Neymar! It's in! And this is getting better and better. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, He took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Change of plan here, perhaps. Passes short and sharp. Burak Yilmaz. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Khan with the clearance. And he's there to retrieve it.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Tries to pass it through. Tries to cross.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Over to the left. Great vision. Floated through. Oh, important interception. Khan is there to clear. Nuno Mendes. It's Seedorf. Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Pedri. That is a brilliant interception. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Del Piero. So what can they make of this? Dani Olmo, who does have an assist to his name. Seedorf. Raul on 2 now and looking for 3. And this is Shevchenko. He's having a shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. Just eases him off the ball. Doué providing an outlet on that flank. Pedri. Neymar. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Now Seedorf. Del Piero. Dani Olmo. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Neymar. Del Piero. And Del Piero! He's having a go! And that would have been game, set and match.
Shevchenko really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Shevchenko is onto this. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9, numero 22, numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14, il numero 13, il numero 23. Ambrosini, attenzione, un cambio.
So there's going to be another change here. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Nuno Mendes. And this is Vieri. Batistuta. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bojan Kurkic in acres of space out wide. And that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. He'll know it. Oh, it's hit the post! He scores! And what a climax we have here! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Cremona really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Griezmann. Neymar. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. He's found a way through. Can he finish? Has another go! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Played into space. Triol kept aware. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will have seen things he needs to work on, so I'm sure they have a lot of sorting out to do before the next game, and they can get there.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer, and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Nice-looking ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Kukcu. And he welcomes it in. Hazard. Triol gets across to intercept that. Now he's got space here. Dink through. Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Ambrosini with the clearance. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Hangs in a cross. Been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Khan claims comfortable. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Dani Olmo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So it is still 0-0. Oh, that's well spotted. That has been slung wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
It's a mighty effort! Goal! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Numero 4.
Cremona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Triol gets it away. Oh, good spread. Zanetti receives terrific header. And it's in. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how team...
And Batistuta! No mistake! And they're back in front! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Cremona go into the lead. Great vision. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Now it's Mohamed Salah, floated through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Zanetti. And Dani Olmo. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Hazard. And he's managed to get free. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, super. Decent chance! Ambrosini. Beckenbauer gets it away. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Aimed beyond the defence. That ball looks a good one. Look at the space here. Great chance! Loose ball in for the pieces. It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Hazard in acres of space out wide. And this is Batistuta.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the first 45 minutes are up. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And that's the second half started. Knocks it into space. Oh, no joy this time. McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Kukçu. Beckenbauer. Nice sequence of passes, this. Looking for the run. Now that's well seen too. Played out towards the right wing. Mohamed Salah! Mohamed Salah! Just off target. It's a searching pass. Puyol cuts out the pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. No, that was never going to make it. Ambrosini, Cremona finding their passes. Dani Olmo does really well to win the ball there. Back into the middle. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Burak Yilmaz. Ambrosini. And it's Mendes. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Played into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Hazard. Now it's Kukçu. Shapes to shoot!
Cambio di giocatori.
And we have our very first corner. Not a lot we need to say about that. And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner. McAllister. Now, can they get him away? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Ambrosini, and it's Azar. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Zanetti. Not the most accurate pass. Nuno Mendes. And here's Kukçu. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. No, that's been intercepted. And the pass is intercepted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Hazard. Kukçu does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Goes for the shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Puyol, numero 4, numero 13. Lasciano il campo per il numero 3, il numero 14,
Hazard.
il numero 15.
And here's Vieri.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. 75 minutes played. Albert Ferrer. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And this is Batistuta.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Real chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Lascia il campo per il numero 22.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now this could be a chance. Goes for a shot! He's scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have...
Oh, smashing header! No, not the best of headers. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Can he get on the end of this? Searching pass he's played there. That's an imaginative pass.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Numero 23.
All hands on deck for this one.
Viene sostituito con il numero 8, Seedorf.
Shot, surely! It's out for a goal kick. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Ambitious ball here.
Il capitano
Excellent
indica
interception.
4 minuti di recupero.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Neymar. And this is Raul. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Zanetti spots it and intercepts.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he cuts out the supply. 4 added minutes on the board. And here's Vieri. And this is Battis. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Attenzione, signore e signori.
What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. And it's made its way to him. And he's picked out the run. He's shifting. Can he finish? Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Ha segnato al quarto minuto, numero 24.
Cremona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Neymar takes a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And he's gone looking for safety. And now they can spring out of defence. Doué. That's a good ball. Shevchenko. Thuram. And it's Azar. And now the breakaway. Pedri. Looking for the run. That's an excellent interception. Cannavaro gets it clear. And here's Azar. And the shot! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Ha segnato al 14°
Wonderfully
minuto,
smooth, smart
numero 9.
and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much.
A chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, there's the clearance. Zanetti. And here's Doué. Zanetti gets into a good position. Thuram tries to clear. There will be a throw-in. Azar. And he's worked it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that should get the job done. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Neymar. And that was very necessary.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Neymar knocks it into space. He might be in here. Just the keeper to beat. And it's hoisted clear. Well, they can break here. And it's Pedri. Pedri. Oh, within an inch or two.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
And he's been shifted off it. Looking for a runner. Spread neatly. Del Piero has it in a wide position. Neymar. Floated through. And reclaimed it in a trice. Hazard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Distributed tidily.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's being urged to shoot. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Hazard. Played out wide. Great vision. And this is Hazard. Chance! Nicely aimed pass. Tries to play it through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Back into the middle. Pedri. And the finish! It's in! And the comeback is complete! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and what a
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And we're off again.
And Messi can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Burak Yilmaz. Oh, that's a key interception. Aimed beyond the defence. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked, shot a goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. McAllister. And he was quick to react. Driving forward. Can he get on the end of this? Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Neymar. And it's Seedorf. He's in a great position here. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too. Threads one in. Neymar looking to run onto it. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
He'll be disappointed with that.
They've won a corner.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Griezmann coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment. He's having a shot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. And Essie really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Burak Yilmaz. Searching pass he's played there. Neymar is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that has left him in a heap. Tries to pass it through. Pass is just off target. And it's been shipped out wide. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Thuram spots it and intercepts. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Sostituzioni di giocatori. Numero 11, Hazard. Lascia il campo per il numero 22. Attenzione, un cambio.
This is their second corner of the game. Punched away. Danger averted for now.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's away. McAllister. Picked out brilliant. It's Neymar! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
It's a searching pass. No luck with that dink over the top.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Donatoni. He is through here. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to get it away. Ball is over the line. Cross in. That is a brilliant interception. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nuno Mendes with the cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Played out to the right. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get it through? Shevchenko is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Schmeichel claims comfortably. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Griezmann. Shevchenko. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
And it's Pedri, played out wide. Now it's Pedri! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Pedri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And now they can spring out of defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Doué proving a very adept defender. Decent chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Pedri actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ambrosini calmly anticipates. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Still goalless at the moment. Cannavaro. It's a searching pass. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Deftly away. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Burak Yilmaz really was well marshalled there because he was denied.
Batistuta, and a chance! Goal! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Cremona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pedri can see things others simply cannot. And he's in on goal! Shot at goal! And it's come back out to him.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found a way through. Oh, well played, he needed to get that right. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Knocks it out wide, out towards the flank. Delivers with whip. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. Cremona have their second corner now. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. It's goal! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Cremona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Looks across and plays it in. He's had a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cremona have their third corner. That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Referee's given a throw.
Cremona couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Raul. Shevchuk. Can he finish? And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
A case now of complete control. Raul. Hazard. Picks out chance, surely! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse, mercilessly and we've reached half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli auguri a un membro del nostro fan club che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio. Attenzione, un cambio.
And we're off again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Time and again they are repelled. Dink through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pedri. Cremona finding their passes.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Looking for a runner. Zanetti. Conte. Doué carries the ball down the right. Conte. Chance for a shot! And he couldn't keep it down.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well, they've got it again, and it's Pedri. That's a delicate pass. No, that's been intercepted.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Shevchenko, Batistuta. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Batistuta. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival, looking for the run. That's a little off target. Pedri. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Looking for options for movement. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Doué tries a shot! Oh, terrific save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Can he latch on to this? Cannavaro is there and he can get that clear. Chance here to counter. Can he get it through? And this is Kante. He could be in here. Now that is a hefty challenge. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9. Viene sostituito con il numero 8. Seedorf.
Now it's Batistuta. Pedri. Nicely weighted ball. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Pedri. Knocks it into space. Pedri! Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Pedri. Can he finish? He's put it wide.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Numero 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Numero 15. Neymar. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. And here's Burak Yilmaz. Out of play for a throw. Now that's well seen too. Hasebe promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice looking ball. That's beautifully weighted. Goes for a shot! It's in! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. It's become a case of men against boys. And he shoots! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Cremona making consecutive changes here. Raul being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Cremona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Gets his head on it! Oh, almost a sixth!
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Cambio di giocatori.
Well, it's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. It's a pretty loose pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Donatoni. Threads one in. Tries to play it through. Face to face, and the shot! Oh, denied at the last. Corner number 2 then. Mighty effort! And that's past the post.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
That's a cute ball. Oh, super find. And that is expertly dealt with. Zanetti. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Donatoni. Thuram gets a foot in and wins the ball. And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
And I see desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.